is on the air. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Play action now, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Washington. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Washington trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 14 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity in a team, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
From the gun on 3rd down, Washington, and he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st down, Washington. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Off play action, Washington. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be brought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board. That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. From the gun, Washington, and it's caught. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They hand off to their big tight end. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They hand this off to Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
What was that, Rock?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Off the play fake. Washington. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the gun on 3rd down. Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works him past the 50.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. Let's see about the call.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
Taylor Luan, the former first-rounder from Michigan, flag there. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Breaks through the contact. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go down as is a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Washington firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Washington. Open man right side is Cup, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. So we got man. Mike 54.
Back to throw again. The quick slant caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now Mariota. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Washington. And a quick throw here, that's complete. On 1st and 10, Washington. Fighting a safety valve here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached the intermission, and what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Will Fuller, a touchdown reception. Leaving Las Vegas, we hop on the 15, head over to Inglewood to check in on the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami and see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Rams to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now.
Right there, 54, right there.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Washington. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Washington. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Washington. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Following the interception here, Mariota. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on second down, Mariota. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. There's Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Mariota's throw taken in by Landry. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll throw again. Mariota. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return is Henderson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on first down. Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On first down, Washington. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That's the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They look for Pitts again. This time he's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Mariota to throw it. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Falcons.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota. Pass incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Sliding out of the pocket. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Mariota's throw pulled in by Tate. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, another catch for Tate.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. It's brought in by Harris. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the red zone now, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this this one. That hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Washington. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Here's Ty Long now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:06 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
What they call? Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mariota. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Mariota. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they take a knee. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for L.A., they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.